Hello and welcome to day 9 of the Yoga Advent Calendar with me, Kath. Today we're going to have a look at Downward Facing Dog, or the Sanskrit is Adho Mukha Svanasana. So down dog comes up an awful lot in the yoga practice, and I know a lot of people find it painful on the wrists. We've had a look at the wrists already, so you do know the ways to help that in a down dog. But also let's have a look at the posture in terms of tight hamstrings, because a lot of people's hamstrings don't allow the back to be completely flat. So what I see in a lot of classes is people straightening out their legs, but then as a result, I don't know if you can see this, the back is rounding quite a lot. So what you want to have is the opposite. So you want to start with the flat back. So everyone come onto your hands and knees. We'll have a look at the hand position in a minute, but let's just take a moment and make sure your fingers are spread, lift the knees away. Really, before you do anything, tip the tailbone straight up to the sky and see if you can find flatness in your back. Knees bend as much as they need to so that you can tip the tailbone way up high and let your head hang. Push through the hands. It might help to bring the shoulders up to the ears so that you can really get that feeling, almost twerking the tailbone up to the sky. So then tuck in the belly, try and get the feeling the lower ribs are drawing in as well. So you want that really strong, powerful feeling. So come out for a minute. So it's a real feeling, and the bum is really, really sticking out like you would in cat and cow. So that's a nice way. Keep the knees bent. That's a really good way to get the spine nice and straight, rather than having that rounding in the back. And then eventually the hamstrings will give a little bit the more you practice, and then as long as the spine is nice and straight, eventually the heels will work towards the floor. But it's a really, really big stretch, that. So knees bent is always an option, I'd say. With the hands, come down to your knees, spread your fingers. I cue this all the time, but some of you may not have done my classes before, so bear with me if you've heard this so much that you want to kill me. But we're going to spread the fingers, push down into both hands so that there's no air pockets under the hands. Because if your hands have anywhere that you can get air underneath, then you're not pushing down into the hands. Spread the fingers. Imagine your hands are huge, so make the hands as big as possible. Spread the fingers and push down through the fingertips. And then energetically, this helps as well if you have a slippy mat. Draw the thumbs as if, but don't move the hands, but energetically draw the hands towards the center line of the mat. Let's come again, keep the hands as they are, tuck the toes, keep the knees bent, push into the hands, maybe shoulders up to ears if it feels better on the wrists, and then let's start pedaling out the heels one at a time. And if it's a lot on the hamstrings, then don't do it too much. Get that feeling, maybe sway the hips left and right. And then see where you can sit in your dog. So you want that feeling, tailbone high, lower ribs in, let the head hang as well. Push the floor away, work the chest towards the thighs. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, and don't worry if the heels are off and the knees are bent. Most important thing here is the back is as flat as possible. So that's Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So we'll just have a quick look at coming into it and out of it, into a plank as well. So all fours, spread the fingers, tuck the toes, lift the hips, push the floor away, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then draw forward. So try and get that feeling of tucking the chin, rounding the back as you come into a plank. I need to wiggle my feet back because of my proportions. Push into the hands so that you're in plank. And then push back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. And then start to walk the hands back to the feet. And then slowly roll yourself up to standing, but I'm going to kneel. If not, I'll come out of the shot. So that was a little bit more detail for downward facing dog. As always, please drop me a line, message, comment, social media or my email address, and let me know if you have any requests and also any comments or feedback. See you tomorrow. Bye.